and I'm going to read mine now. I did not set out to make this appointment of Brandon Myers a political or personal issue. If you would ask any of the four, I believe it is, appointees that I've made so far since I became mayor to the Parks Board, whether I try to control them, I'm sure you will hear the answer is no. I don't go to them and talk to them about anything they're deciding on, have not tried to influence their decisions, and I don't know of any of them that I could influence their decisions. I initially sent Mr. Malin a letter informing him that I did not intend to reappoint him at the expiration of his term. I had mistakenly assumed that he would gracefully step aside and be thanked for his service. Boy, was I wrong. Mr. Malin read a statement at the past Parks Commission meeting chastising me for not doing things the way they've always been done, by not asking the Parks Commission who they wanted appointed, as had been done by many previous mayors. I must thank Mr. Malin for that compliment. I did not run for office to continue doing things because that's the way we've always done it. The citizens that elected me to office didn't do so because they liked things the way they were. If they liked things the way they were, I wouldn't be here today. The good old boys liked the things the way they were, and the average citizen never had a voice before. The Arkansas State Code explicitly gives me the authority to appoint Parks Commission members and gives the council the authority to approve or deny. When the legislature granted that authority, they had assumed, I believe, that denial would be based on the qualifications of the candidate or lack thereof, and not on a political agenda for the council to select their own appointment. Early on in my term as mayor, I went to Chairman Malin and expressed concern that not enough controls were placed on Parks concessions or gates fees. Parks concessions were budgeted when I took office to generate $70,000 in sales with a cost of $55,000. That means if Parks purchased a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi for $1, you would sell that product for $1.27. Now everyone here knows Parks is not selling 20-ounce bottles for $1.27. I asked Chairman Malin if he would have put up with these kinds of profits margins at McDonald's, and he informed me that Parks was not McDonald's. After this was brought to their attention, the next year concession sales went from $70,000 to $93,000, with cost of concessions remaining at $55,000. I guess they raised their prices. In 2012, sales were budgeted at $90,000 with cost of $45,000. Perhaps their supplier must have cut them a better deal. All of this being said, a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi at White Oak is $1.75. I've heard concession prices are higher than that. At that rate, $55,000 worth of purchases should have equated $96,250. And that is if all sales were bottled water or bottled soda, which is one of the lowest profit item margins in the concessions. The other higher profit margin items would have brought the figure much higher. It would appear we've lost a bit of money someplace. This is taxpayer money, and it needs to be handled responsibly. Also, in the first few months of my term, I expressed some concerns about gate fees. I had heard that a few years back, Parks have been paying overtime in cash. That raises a red flag in my book, as money has to be unaccounted for in order for cash to be available. I thought maybe turnstiles should be in order, but who am I to suggest anything to Parks? We do not have to keep, I guess we do not have to keep the honest people honest. We should be able to expect to put an hourly employee out there collecting gate fees in cash and expect that they will turn in all the money. These are but a few of my concerns, and since no one seemed to be interested in doing much about it, I felt it was time to make some changes and get some different eyes looking at the problems. While I admire Mr. Malin's ability to control the Parks Commission and its appointments for the past 25 years, and appreciate all he has done for our parks, it is time to put this matter to rest and approve the appointment of Brandon Myers. Barring any of you having any valid reasons that Brandon should not be appointed, it is time to appoint him and move on. Jerry Malin's absence on the Parks Commission does not mean he cannot continue to contribute to the future of Parks and Rec. There are many dedicated individuals in this community that are not members of the Commission that contribute. As much as he has expressed a love and passion for Parks and Rec, I am sure he will continue to do so. Many of you, including Jerry Mayland, have been played and involved in sports. When you play by the rules. There comes a time when it's someone else's turn at bat. That, if anybody else has any other comments, I would consider a motion to appoint Brandon Myers. Yes, Deborah.
I'd like to speak. I'm Deborah Jones, and I'm on the Parks Commission. And when I became on this commission, Councilman Dan here had some advice for me. And he came to me and said to always remember that the Harrison Parks and Rec Commission is all about the kids. And the kids that participate in our swimming and soccer, baseball, softball, football, little sticks, basketball, summer rec, after school programs, they don't care about who's on the commission. They don't care about all the politics that's been going on for the last month about this vacant position. These kids, they just want to play and have fun, as they should. The Parks and Rec Commission needs to get this position filled before our next June the 17th meeting, so that we can move forward with the business of providing services to our area kids. And I'm asking you council members to ratify the mayor's appointment tonight so that y'all can move on with other city business and Parks and Recs can move on with theirs. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I move that we appoint Brandon Myers to the Parks and Rec Commission.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second? Well, that doesn't surprise me. I guess the motion dies for lack of a second. That's all I have, other than our next council meeting, where we'll bring this up again, is July 4th.